half of them. Half of the sheepdogs.
The others have been herded off elsewhere.
Yes.
We're here at the Canadian Blast at South by Southwest. Have you had any shows here this year yet, or is this your first today?
This will be our first kind of main show. We did a session yesterday, but it's kind of like little sessions and interviews mixed with doing like shows every day as well. This will be our first one today. We got like 9 things throughout the week, so.
It's always pretty hectic. Have you done it before?
A couple times before this, yeah.
What were your experiences in those times?
It's good. It's gotten better every time we come back. You know, the first time you're kind of overwhelmed because there's so much going on, so many bands, and you know, you figure things out a little more, and you get a few more people helping you out. People know who you are, and it just all helps you out.
When it comes to the South Bay experience, I mean, it's pretty crazy. I think you said you're doing 9 shows. How do you stay on top of your game when you're doing that much?
Try not to drink too much free booze is an important one. I think you gotta just kind of roll with it. It's people spend a lot of time trying to have a crazy experience, but I think you gotta just play your shows and try to meet people and not have too high of expectations, but just try to get the most out of it you can.
For you guys, is there anything that's directly come out of South by for you from in the past?
It's always like a trickle-down effect. Nothing directly, I don't think, but it's always like, people will see you, and then you see them again. They're like, "I saw you at South by." Then you're on their radar, and it's the music industry. There's not a lot of big bang type of things going on anymore. It's all about sort of building, So just kind of take that attitude.
When it comes to today, you've got a bunch of other fellow Canadian bands playing. Do you know them from back home? Do you see them around quite a bit?
Yeah, I know most of these guys. A couple of them are from our home province, Saskatchewan, and Canadians are a pretty friendly bunch, and they stick together, especially when you're on someone else's soil.
I was about to say something like the Canadian Blast, which must be a great opportunity to have you guys exposed at the same time.
It's really good, and then they pick a really good location, and it's something that's it's right across the street from the main hotel and everything like that. So I think it's really good. It's a really good way that you can get exposure to not just Canadians. I mean, a big part of being down here is a lot of times Canadians do kind of stick together. So it's nice to have an event where you can get other people, international people, especially come see your music, because that's what coming down here is all about. Is get on people's radars. So that's a big part of it, and and also get to run into a bunch of people that you haven't seen in a while or whatever. That's a nice part of it too.
So you were just saying before you're about to come down to Australia talking with John Fogerty. For people unfamiliar with you, what would you recommend they listen to get familiar with you guys?
Well, they should be able to, on iTunes and stuff, they should be able to get our album. It's called Learn and Burn. That should give us a pretty good indication. But we're kind of old school. We like old rock and roll, like Creedence, Clearwater Revival, and all that stuff. So we just kind of do our own take on all that old school stuff. And, it seems like no matter where you go, everywhere there's fans who just like good old guitar rock and roll. So, if you're into that kind of stuff without the attitude of a Jet type of band, we're more like laid back good guys. So, that kind of stuff.
Well, it's good to see someone proving that rock and roll is not dead.
All right. Hopefully.
And from the rest of the year, is there anything else that's coming out from you guys? What else is 2012?
We just finished recording an album. It's produced by Pat Carney from the Black Keys, and that'll be out in, I guess, late spring, early summer, and we'll be out in Australia. It'll be our first, we just got signed to Atlantic, so it'll be our first release on them. So we're excited to get that out. I mean, our other album's a couple years old now, so we're looking forward to putting out new music.
Well, we look forward to seeing you down in Australia in a little over a month, and wish you the best with that, and the next album, which isn't far away, I guess.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for your time.